Hello, welcome back to Red Hill Farm. It's 4:45 in the morning, and yeah, the Kenworth has been having some problems. We're out here. We've been out here on and off all night. The truck is it's running all rough and stuff. So yeah, we've been up all night trying to. Well, not all night. We slept a good bit, but yeah, it's just running rough and weird. So there you go. We called the mechanic and he just told us to yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, I've got 2 mounds of chaff. I had a third mound right there, but it's now in the bunker. And we've got this bunker that we need to do at some point in time. And I think I've got the truck working. No, that's 350. So, yeah, we'll drop this guy down. Try to start her up. Yeah, yay, it sounds better. All right, good. Truck's back working-ish. Not really trusting of it 100% though. All right, so what else? Other news. The field is mostly done, I think, or it is done. Let's look. Field is mostly done. Not quite done. And that's good because it's supposed to rain again. In fact, look at that. Freaking 14 more days of rain. But a larger problem is that freaking crops are just rotting away in the field. I swear. It's just like such a pain in the butt to get anything going. That's why we have just like the crappiest yield. So that's brought us to a decision. So here's the thing. We came here because the wife is from the Appalachia area and she was like, you know what, I want to go back home. But have you ever heard the old saying that you can never go home again? It's sort of a saying that I mean, you can go home, but it's never what you remember. Like 10, 15 years from now, if you were to go home, or what you consider to be home, you would likely find that things that you remember just aren't the same. Like, you'd be like, oh yeah, my favorite restaurant is, and then people would be like, oh yeah, that's been gone for like 5 years or something. And you'd just be like, oh, that sucks. But it's because you've got this idea in your head, like what is home? And it's not that anymore. Home has changed because time has moved on. It's a sad truth, actually. So, you know, the missus was all wanting to come home, but she's come to realize that this isn't the home that she thought it was. It's not everything that it was cracked up to be, right? So we've been doing some looking, you know, because it's so much rain. There's concern about the dam upstream. Which, you know, whenever there's concern about a dam, you sort of your ears perk up and you're like, oh. So, you know, we were kind of thinking, well, maybe Red Hill isn't the place to be. And we started looking around, and the problem is, you know, yeah, we got about $1 million, probably closer to, well, once all the silage is properly put up, probably 1.5 or so, plus about another $1 million or so worth of equipment. But even with that money, we found that really we weren't able to buy it. You weren't able to really find anything that was really available to us. So we started calling around because, you know, we got a lot of friends. You know, as a farmer, you end up, you know, running into people, talking to people. You know, every once in a while we go to like various shows, cow shows, sheep shows, that kind of stuff. And you know, we started talking, and we called a couple of them. We're like, you know, what's going on? Like, what's the dealio? You know, give us the DL on what's going down. And they're like, you know, really, there's not a lot out there. And, you know, you probably should consider staying at Red Hill. But then one of them called up and was like, you know what, we have an opportunity for you. But you don't own anything. And we're like, well, what the heck is that supposed to mean? I mean, we don't own anything. Why would we not own our farm? He's like, well, see, there's this corporate farm, or what's going to be a corporate farm. It's a collective. Like this group of people went in together and they bought some land, and they funded a huge amount of work. I know I'm doing a lot of work at night, and some of you might not really enjoy that, but sorry. We need to get stuff done, so we're gonna be doing some night work here. And I can't turn on lights because if I turn on the lights of the Kenworth, I will crash the game. No joke. Like, it is just freaking really. Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen, didn't we? Come on, truck. Come on. Oh, don't make me go get the freaking front loader to get this. Yeah. Good thing I got a front loader. Okay. Oddly enough, the front loader, I can turn on the lights without a problem. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Weirdness. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, because this is going to do a lot of good for my freaking busted up Kenworth. Oh well. In real world, we would go get a tow chain and we would tow chain this sucker, but here, we're just going to do that. Basically, I'm trying to push him back far enough to get some wheel contact. There. I think he's got it now. All right. Now. All right. Can we do this? Yeah, no, that's not really going to work either. For freak's sake. All right. Plan number 2. All right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So we talked about it a bit, and you know, the biggest drawback is we aren't going to have our own farm. And we were kind of like, well, you know, that really sucks because, you know, we like having our own farm. But then the guys were saying, here's the thing, the people that own this place, they're like New York investment guys. I don't know crap about farming. I don't know crap about farming, but whatever. They don't know crap about farming. And so they've bought land and they paid somebody to plant it. And then the guy that they paid to plant it, now what? Seriously? What is going on? This is like the biggest cluster of stupid right here. Anyway, yeah, they paid someone to plant it, and then they were going to pay him to harvest it, but the guy was like, yeah, I ain't going to do that. I ain't your harvester. Really? Let me just push the dang thing out. Oh, do I have wheels on now? I think I might have wheels on. I might... All right. If that doesn't work, then we're going to just push down with the bucket. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come. I know I've completely jackknifed this, but I really don't care as long as I can get this sucker out of here. Really? Oh, yeah. Q. That'll work. Good. Oh, actually it will. Will it? Sort of. I've made a nice big hill for myself. There-ish. I can't do anything about the trailer now because it's done buggered off. Seriously? Like... Yeah. Alright, this is fun. Jeez. 10 minutes in, and what have I managed to do? I've managed to stick my only semi-cab. Good. The only possible way out is an excavator that magically just teleports through stuff. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Anyway, so they said, you know, they don't have any stuff. Like, there is nothing there. There's no front loaders. There's no tractors. There's no... Why can't I just drive right through it? Really? Because now magically you're stuck. Now magically you're not stuck. No, magically you're still stuck. Okay. You don't make a lick of sense, you stupid thing. Okay, there we go. The fact that you can phase through the semi-cab is what's causing all of this problem right now. There. Jeez. All right. Can you do anything? No, because of magic reasons. And because this is a game, screw it, I'm going to reset it because I would have just shoveled something underneath the bloody cab. Stupid. No, I don't want to be in the bucket. Let me out of the bucket. Thank you. There. I would have just shoveled something under the cab. Actually, from the start, I would have just freaking shoveled something under the cab. Ugh. That's annoying. Yeah, I know. All of you are like, oh, you can't reset it. Yeah, I did anyway. Too bad. Because in real life, I would have just freaking used the bucket to put something underneath the back of the dang wheel so it would have caught. But because we're in this game, you can't do that. I've tried. You can't actually use the alt tip mod with the front loader. For reasons. That's the reason. Anyway, so the new place doesn't have any equipment. So I was like, well, interesting. And then the missus was like, well, that could be a really good thing because if they don't have any equipment, that means then we just bring our own stuff, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess that's how it would work. We would just bring our own stuff and that would be, you know, all hunky-dory. I'm actually going to speed up time a little bit so we get to daylight. Daylight coming. We want to go home. Now, the place that we're going to, well, that we were looking at, not nearly as green and lush as here. So that's sort of a drawback. I do like the green lushness of this area. We are making a pretty penny on chaff, on mowing grass and all that. But with all this rain that's constantly going on, you can only do so much before there's real threat to health and happiness. And right now is a real threat to health and happiness. All of the rain, all of the threats to, potentially the dam goes and then the whole valley floods or something. And we just don't want to deal with that. So the plan was that we would just, kind of hang out here and until we made enough money to just like drop off the equipment that we don't need anymore and all that. But then they put another warning up on the dam because of the whole threat of whatever for all this rain. And the missus was kind of, missus was freaked out about that. So what we did is we made a phone call. We called up a bunch of our buddies who live either in the general area of where we're going, because it's back west, or who live between here and there. And we're like, hey, we're looking at moving, but we need to take all this equipment with us. Because we need almost all the equipment. There's some stuff we're going to get rid of, like that water tanker that's sitting there. Don't need that. And then there's trailers we don't have. Like we need flatbeds. We need animal trailers. We need to be able to take some pigs. We need to take the cows, the sheep, the chicken, all of that. Because yes, where we're going has pigs. That's a requirement. Darn it. Want some pigs. Want me some piggish. So, guys got together and they're like, yeah, we can do that. We can help you out with this. Come on, you stupid chaff pile. There we go. Magic chaff pile. Go. Sometimes you put the bucket in the right spot and then press forward with the drive the excavator forward button, and magically everything gets in the bucket. It's really weird. Anyway, yeah. So, jeez. Come on. There we go. Come on. Everybody in the bucket. Here we go. Everybody's in the bucket. Now, you might be saying, well, why are you working this chaff then? Well, I'm working the chaff because the guys ain't going to do this all for free. Like, none of them were like, oh yeah, we'll just freely move all this equipment for you. No. I got to pay for the gas for their rigs. I got to pay them for some time. I mean, I'm going to be able to get away with some of it, like paying them in steak dinners and stuff, because, good steak dinner pays for a lot. But there's still going to be, fuel costs, and that's going to be expensive. We're going a good 2,000 miles of road, I think is what we looked at. So that's going to be expensive. We're talking 2,000 miles. We got to get a crane in. We have to hire a crane because that niche station is going with us for sure, because that's an expensive piece of equipment. So we have to disassemble it and put that onto a flatbed. That's expensive. The little animal breeding facilities, believe it or not, I can deconstruct those and put them on a rig as well. We're gonna have to get some equipment for that. Yeah, and then everything else. We gotta parking brake on. We gotta just there. Pay attention. We need to get the stuff out of the front of the niche station. That's more important. We got to take the milker right there. I mean, the guys don't even have a milker at the other place. We're gonna take as much as we can and it's gonna be a pretty expensive endeavor. I mean, the hope is, of course, that because we're gonna be moving all the equipment with us, so the 345B, the tractors, the meat station, all of that, that's going to be advantageous to us, because then when we're there at the new place, we don't have to buy it. I mean, we're going to have all of this stuff that we brought over from this farm, and that's great. But I was doing numbers last night, like how much money is it going to cost us? You know, because renting a crane is not cheap, not cheap at all. Especially because we got to do it right to get that meat station all sorted on the trailer. So that's not going to be fun. We're going to leave some stuff, like obviously the cow poo. I'm not going to take cow poo with me because that would be silly. I'm going to get rid of all the hay bales because why would I take hay with me? I'll just make that a top priority. Though I say that and I'm like, I might take hay bales, but I doubt it. I'm probably not going to bother with that. If push comes to shove, I can just buy some hay there. And yeah, so I'm thinking it's going to put me back about 1.25 or so to move. Just press the right buttons there. So it's going to be, yeah, an expensive little endeavor, but an important one, I think. Other way. Because if you're constantly afraid of something going wrong, like a dam breaking, you don't stay, right? I mean, that's just silly. And you know, Mrs. isn't happy. The place isn't like she remembered it. And you know, I sort of told her that when we moved here. You know, you can never go home again. I kept telling her. She's like, shut up. I can go home anytime I want. Just fly back home. It's not the same as moving, I kept telling her. And she was like, oh, it's the same. Friends from high school and all that. It's like, yeah, but your friends from high school have stayed here their whole life. You haven't. You've gone out west. But, you know, you got to make them happy. And now she realizes, I was right. Haha. I would never say that, but whatever. All right, so what are we going to do today besides watch me walk back and forth, dealing with piles of chaff that I've deposited all over the place? Oops. We gotta harvest our field of whatever is growing there. Wheat, I guess. We want to sell our potatoes because we don't need the potatoes. Let's see if we can not get this truck stuck again. We're going to sell our hay and our straw bales. We're also going to sell our grass and straw, or our straw, basically, for sure. Grass is a little bit more meh. That silage pit over there that I've got for the animals, I'm just going to go ahead and load that up and sell that as well. This 100,000 liters of chaff, I'm going to sell out at the at the Bahnhof. Oh, I can sell grass there too, so I'm going to sell that grass over at the Bahnhof as well. That'll be great because that'll get me a little bit more money. I can't do anything about the forage I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose a good bit of forage, but it's just going to spoil if I keep it for the whole journey. And yeah, that's really what we're aiming for. Get that off the screen so I can see what I'm doing. Oops. The last silo that I'm prepping right now for silage is going to, I think, allow me to pay, have the money to pay the guys his fuel bills for the rigs. Because we're thinking we need a trailer for the meat station, a trailer for the cows, trailer for the sheep. We think we can get the sheep, or not the sheep, the chickens in the front of one trailer and the pigs in the back of that same trailer. That's what we're hoping. I know some of you are saying that there are no pigs, but I'm going along with that. There are pigs. I mean, seriously. The Bobcat and the Bobcat's various utensils, along with the chicken feeding device, can go in the cane trailer towed by the 350. And then thinking a trailer for the baby animal stations, and can't remember. I don't remember. Some of the tractors probably. And we're just going to sort of, play it by ear. I think on like a 50-foot flatbed, I can probably get the hay baler, and the flagel. That's what I'm hoping. I can get the hay bale and flagel on that, and that would be good. And I can probably get some other stuff. Plus, of course, we have to pack up the house. You can't go without that stuff. So we're gonna have stuff everywhere. Be a freaking nightmare probably. But yeah. What we got here? 9,400. Okay. Oh, good. Yep. Everybody in the pool. Thank you. Of course, we have to get a heavy or a wide load, oversized load license for moving the 345, which is another cost that I really didn't want to deal with, but don't have a choice. Yeah, you get the drift. It's going to be expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this chuff. Then we'll start running silage and grass and hay. We got to harvest the wheat and take the wheat over to wherever we need to take it. We need to take the potatoes out of here. I've got like freaking pile of eggs on me. I also need to do something about the wool. I'll probably throw some pallets in the back of the pickup or something. As I've learned, you can't actually, how much is, like I can walk through the truck. How much is in here? Okay, so, all right. What we'll do with this is we're just going to go, whoop. Whee. It's fun. All right. So yeah, we're thinking it's going to be a pretty big convoy. Where is the place you're asking? Well, the place is in Colorado. The plains of Colorado near Lyman. So you can go look up where that is if you really want to. Yeah. So we figure it's probably going to take us like a week to get over there. Hopefully we'll get partially settled in. You guys can come and see right when we start off. It's sort of like right when we start off is like craziness, because they were saying, that those New York guys, they paid somebody to seed, and some of it's ready to harvest. So we're going to go over and we're going to immediately have to jump into like harvesting big time. And that's probably going to be like, oh, what a pain in the butt. But, what are you going to do, right? Did I just turn that? Yeah, there. stupid. I had the handbrake off. I thought the handbrake was on. Now, I know some of you are going, I'm going to be out of character now. I know some of you are saying, well, what about the play along? Well, here's the thing. The problem with this map is becoming larger. Like, I get 30 frames per second. I'm sorry, 60 frames per second looking there. When I look over there, however, I get 30. And that's on a good day. Like, if it's raining, I'm going to get 15. A lot of you also can't play along because the map is just so poorly optimized. The map we're moving to, I chose for a couple reasons. One, first off, it's not the one out of the titanium pack because there's no pigs there. So it's going to be a very different map. It does have a little bug in it, but we'll talk about that next week when we are on the map. Can you play along? Oh, sure. You might want to actually look at the map, watch the first episode before you would decide if you want to play along. This is going to be a very different kind of map. Very different kind of map. So just be aware of that. Open, down, right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Jeez. The all tipping mod. It's so much fun. Am I over that? No, I'm not really. Well, sort of. There we go. I can't tell you how many thousands of liters of silage or chaff I have lost because I wasn't over the trailer. Yeah. Enough to make you cry. Not really. Go. Alright. And whoosh. Look at all that. Wonderful, wonderful chaff. Yay. Alright. And in, maybe? There. Okay. There we go. Weirdest thing in the world, I swear. I'm getting better at using this sucker. Really am. There we go. All right. I'm betting that this is not going to completely empty into the bunker. So then we'll just fill it up and then we'll run it over the Bahnhof so we get rid of our pile of chaff there. So what I think I'll do is I don't see any reason for you to keep watching the de-chaffing. Oh crap! I'm probably just high-watered my truck. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, good. No free space available. Really? Okay, let's go around the corner. Oh wait, no free space available because that's 300,000 liters probably. Let's see. Yeah, okay, good. And 46% compacted. It will compact like a mother when I run the cat over it. I love that cat for compacting. Ah, it's my best friend. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do this chaff removal process here. So I'm going to get the chaff out of here. And actually, you know what? Why don't we do it this way? Let's get this closer so I can actually get that in there. I'll load up a load of chaff and we will go and see what we get at the Bahnhof for our chaff. Love that. You move. No. See? There. The bucket was just far enough tipped that it was dumping it out instead of dumping it. Jeez. And you just lose it, and it's really annoying. Push. Let's rotate that. There we go. That's what I want. Facing 50,000 liters of chuff. So I should be able to get another 10,000 liters into the trailer. So that's 40,000, which is perfect because this is a 47,000 liter trailer.